heritage listed part of the building.
Wow.
This is so cool.
What do you do in here? Just eat and play music?
Yeah, it's mainly like that's my little outdoor kitchen. It looks like more swimming pool after the rain, but
Oh yes, this is awesome.
so this is the vegetable industry. Same for
Have you been able to intercept it and get your hands on some of the good shit yet or not?
where about?
Well, have you been able to intercept them sending
Oh,
it overseas and
Yeah,
say, hey,
well,
I want some of that?
Yeah, I have like really good butcher in New South. I can like really source some amazing meats and stuff. But same thing, like what price do you have to put like for the good produce?
Oh, and then you've got to try and work out how much to sell it for to profit as well as you're
well,
running a
that's-
business too, so it's tricky.
as well. And then
Yeah.
sometimes you just can't get your hand on those products. Like
Yeah.
they're all gone. I had a restaurant back in the days in Yamba, and then there was like this.
Why did you leave Yamba? That's a brilliant place, isn't it?
Yeah, breeding place.
Yeah.
Bit too small.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
lovely little.
I love
town.
North New South Wales.
Oh no, it's amazing. Don't get me wrong.
All that,
It's just great. But
well,
it's
everything, yeah.
It's just like a bit too seasonal. I think there's a bit more going on here, and like a bit more people. So it was a great little time. But I had this guy, got his contact. He was like a crayfish fisherman, right?
Yeah.
So crayfish season in northern New South Wales was about 3 or 4 months, very short season. And so I went straight to his house, off the boat, like, and just trying to buy crayfish to put in on my menu in my restaurant. And then when I asked the price, it was like, how much do you want to charge me per kilo? And his answer was, well, the Chinese are buying $80 at the moment a kilo, so I can do $80. So that was, and that's for me, that's just represent like Australian agro business. Like, it's just like, okay, this is how much they're buying at the other side of the world, so this is the price you pay off the farm or off the boat or off, so it's just, there's a lot to change.
Yeah.
It's changing. There's more and more really good little producers farm that try to work with like local communities, like you can buy off them, like get all my pork off a farm at the back of Gympie called Pig in the Middle. They do boxes that they deliver straight to the customers as well, markets. So there's a lot of like goodwill at the moment, and it's changing. It's just about like I think having more chef and actor in the industry, helping those farmers like to change like the whole economical like process like of like the food industry really. But because Australia still import a lot. Well, don't really need to import. Like 80% of the seafood eaten in Australia is imported.
Yeah.
We're living on
my
an
dad
island.
gets so mad about that, yeah.
We're living on an island.
Yeah.
The only country island. All right, continent. So what's wrong with that? Like seriously, guys.
It's not a good picture, is it?
It is not a good picture. Like 70% export, 80% import. Like what the fuck? What's going on?
What's going on?
You know, like what's the deal here? Like every single main big city in Australia are on the coast. With big harbour, fishing fleets and stuff. Like there's a problem somewhere.
Yeah, right, yeah.
It's just not right.
No.
It's just not right. So, and then when you want to access all those beautiful fish and produce, you pay the top dollar. You know? And it's just like makes it hard for people to access this product. First, because like imported shit is cheaper. So when you're a bit on a budget, it's always the cheapest options. And then also, there's also like, for me, I organize big event where I cook like some weekends sometimes we cook like half a ton of meat. It's just insane.
Wow.
There's meat everywhere, right? So people would think I'm eating meat all the time. Well, no. First of all, after a big weekend, I'm very happy to be veggie for 2 days and like don't touch any piece of meat. Like, so that's personal. And I think it's also like changing people's way of eating meat or fish and just like saying, okay, I'm gonna try to eat less meat just because I don't need it. Don't need to eat like meat 4 times a week. Don't need your body. Don't need it. Like it's just like. But when you do 1 or 2 times a week instead of 4 or 5, it's just like buy top quality produce and farm locally. And that's sort of like rebalance a little bit everything. Like we are in a society of consumption, like consume more meat, more everything. Well, your body don't need to like more and more and more and more. So just eat better, bit less meat or less fish, whatever, seafood every week. But when you buy, make sure you're buying Australian, make sure you're buying locally and support local businesses and you're buying good quality of meat. And you're just gonna enjoy like way more your meal and the meat that you're eating, like, for example. Like, for me, it's just simple. I probably eat meat like twice a week. Like,
Wow.
That's
Okay.
it. That's it.
Yeah,
You
right.
know? So I'm a good example, right?
Yeah.
I'm a good example. But when I do eat meat or cook meat, I like my produce, like, and I really want top quality. So I pay more, but I eat less. So
Yeah,
it sort
that
of
makes sense.
balance it out
Yeah.
instead of like just like buying, I don't know, like whatever beef means, like kilo from the supermarket, like the cows that haven't got the time to grow, to mature, you know, and then you don't even know what you're eating, like at the end of the day, like it's just grind everything in there. So yeah, it's just, I think for me, that's my vision. That's the way I think as a chef, and I think that's the way people start thinking as well. You know, like
Okay, so I can see why you're starting to run courses. You want to
educate people. Yeah, educate to take the time to cook simple food, applying simple process. I cook over the fire, so that makes the whole cook up very fun first, and very different.
Okay.
It's just turning on the fry pan. So, and then what best than just like spend the afternoon outside with your family or some friends and just like take the time to cook around the fire, have a beer, share a moment, you know, instead of just like turning on the gas, putting it on, and just like have a feed and then smash the beer and just like you can do all that, but like in a way longer period of time and in a way better way as well, you know. Yeah, that's my vision.
Okay.